Alright, I'm Tears. I am here with Mr. Ishii, who's worked on works such as House Moving Castle, Spirited Away, and Cyborg 009. So, how are you doing?
Great, nice to see you.
Oh, thank you. So, how did you get into the line of producing in that kind of field?
プロデューサーという仕事
はい、僕は1999年にスタジオジブリという会社に入ってプロデューサーの鈴木敏夫さんという人の下で約8年間働きました。その時に宮崎駿監督、高田さん監督の作品に関わって、どうやってそのプロデューサーという仕事が成り立っているのかということをほぼ真似してで今現在に至るという感じです。
So I started in 1999 working for Studio Ghibli. I worked as an assistant producer to Mr. Toshio Suzuki. And working at Ghibli for maybe 7 or 8 years, I tried to learn as much as I can about what is it to be a producer. And I tried to imitate and copy him in what he did to understand what it was to be a producer.
What was that? How was your relationship with him? Did it strengthen? Do you still keep in contact a lot with him?
鈴木さんとの、関係っていうのは、未だになんか連絡取り合ったりしてますか？
そうです。もう先週も会って6時間ぐらいずっと喋ってましたね。
So actually, as a matter of fact, yes, we met last week and we probably talked for more than 6 hours.
That's awesome. That's so great that you have a relationship like that. Before all that, how did you get interested into getting to that? Did you get inspired by anything to get into that kind of production field?
そのアニメの仕事というか、それにどういう影響があってそういう仕事をやりたいなと思ってますか？
そうですね。僕がですね、小学校中学校の時はドラゴンボール、シティハンター、ジョジョの奇妙な冒険とか、その少年ジャンプという雑誌に載っている漫画が大人気だったんですよね。
So when I was in elementary school and junior high school, many Shonen Jump magazine comics were very popular, like Dragon Ball and City Hunter and JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. So those were very popular.
当然アニメをやってたんですけど、僕らはそのアニメは漫画を描いてる人が作ってると思ってた。
So of course there were anime versions of a lot of these too, right? And as a kid we thought, oh, it's the same people that are making the manga and the anime.
その後に宮崎駿監督のもののけ姫と庵野秀明監督のエヴァンゲリオンという作品が日本で大ヒットして。
And so later on, two works. One was Princess Mononoke from director Miyazaki, as well as Hideaki Anno's work of Evangelion. Both became huge hits in Japan.
でも日本中の人がアニメっていうのはアニメーションスタッフが作ってるんだってことが分かって、で僕もそれを見て、その実写とかそのライブアクションよりもね、ずっと面白い世界が日本にあるんだってで、その世界に入りたいなと思ったんです。
And so, having those huge hits, it kind of made the general populace in Japan become more aware that there's an animation industry that's making these works, and that was even to me more exciting than live action films. And so it was that awareness and interest in these works that really started me down the path.
And so your first start into that, did you just from college start taking some courses? Did you start looking into other things?
大学とかでそういうアニメ業界に入るための授業とかそういうクラスとか
それはなかっ
したん
た
でか？
ですすね。僕は日本の若い人に言うのは大学でそのアニメーションの勉強をする必要は全くないんです。
So I often tell, no, actually, I often tell younger people that are looking to get into the industry, I said, it's not necessary to study about the animation industry in school.
日本ではちょっと危険すぎてあまり言えない発言なんですけど。
It's a little difficult for me to say this out loud in the country of Japan.
Oh,
But
日本の大学で教えてる人っていうのはアニメ業界で働けなかった人たちなんですよね。
So the people currently in Japan that are teaching about anime, the industry, are those people that never were in the anime industry in Japan.
can understand that. Yeah, I can definitely understand
しかも彼らは自分たちがすごいってことを見せたいから、アニメーション業界に入るのは難しいぞとか、ああしなきゃダメだぞ、こうしなきゃダメだぞって言うんだけど、入ってしまえばいくらでもやることがあるんですよね。だからもう一日も早く現場に入ってくださいというのが一番の若い人のアドバイスです。
So I feel kind of one thing that's unfortunate in that is these instructors for the anime industry, maybe from a desire to show themselves off, but they communicate to the students that it's very difficult to get in the industry. In order to do it, you must follow these steps and do these procedures and pass these courses, where in reality, if you just go and get into the industry, there's plenty of work to do, lots to be able to learn on the job.
Would that be your advice for anyone who's looking into doing that?
そういう業界とかに入りたがっている人にそうやってアドバイスはするのでしょうか？
ああ、しますします。
Of course, of course.
Yeah. Well, you've done some amazing stuff.
大学に入るのにね、100万円とかかかるでしょ。
Yeah, it's it's very expensive to go to college, isn't it?
Oh yes,
Right.
no, most
It's the same in Japan too, right? $10,000 to start, or maybe more.
そのお金は貯金して早く現場に入っていけば、お金をもらいながら仕事もできるからずっといいよっていう。
So instead of spending all that money in college, maybe you put that into savings, and then you start working, and then you're getting money while working, and you still have a savings to kind of help you to gain experience.
I would imagine that a lot of networking would
Yes,
help
yes.
out. Lots of networking.
人とのコミュニケーションを取ることが一番大事。
そうですね、そうですね。4年間先に始められるから、すごくそれはいいですよね。
And you can even get a jump start on that by starting early. About 4 years ahead of somebody else. You can get all those connections.
I would think so, yeah. Oh my gosh. Okay, so how do you feel about the success of your works, like the things that you have worked on, especially with Cyborg 009 becoming so popular and being revisited again?
自分が関わった作品はかなり成功しているものが多いとは私は思っていますけど、その成功に対してどう思われますか？
全然成功してると思ってないんですよね。
Really, I don't feel like I have a very good success rate or popularity personally.
ものすごくもっともっともっとと思ってるので、
I still have this passion to create something even bigger and better.
That's good.
いつも多分その半分ぐらいなんですけど、ただまあ009で言えば。日本でそのセルアニメーションってすごく人気なんですけど、そのいわゆる 3D アニメーションってまだまだなかなかその成長してないんですよね。でアメリカはもうどんどん 3D アニメーション成長している中で、どうやったら日本で 3D アニメーションで多くのお客さんに見られるのかっていうことが今回の009のトライで、それが見た目はセルアニメーションなんだけど、一本もその鉛筆を使わずにその 3D 作で作ってる。でこれがある程度のそのお客さんに見てもらえてビジネスとしてももうすぐ黒字になりそうなので、これを次につなげていくっていうのが今の次の目標ですね。
So with 009, one of the things that we've done that's different than traditional animation is that it's been done in full 3D. So we don't use any pencils, and hopefully what we want to try to work on, what I'm trying to work on is that in the future we can take this technology and this methodology of doing it all on the computer with a 3D stack, that method is getting pretty close to being able to run in the black for a slight profit, right? And so we want to be able to use that technology, leverage that technology in future works. Even though it's 3D, it still looks like 2D cell animation, but it's a different approach to how to create it.
Would you say it is a lot more difficult to work with 3D techniques?
3D 使ってやっぱり普通の鉛筆で描くアニメーションよりは難しいですか？
今まだこの瞬間はそのスケジュールもお金もセルアニメーションに比べて、1.5 倍ぐらい2倍ぐらいかかるんですけど。
So if I compare it to regular animation today, I would say that it's probably from a cost perspective and a time perspective, it's maybe 1.5 to 2 times as expensive and difficult and time consuming. However,
多分2年後3年後にはそれが同じぐらいになって。それを追い越すんじゃないかと僕は思ってますね。
But I think with advances in technology and maybe in the next 2 or 3 years, that may actually catch up and be even, if not even be more efficient to use this methodology in the future.
Yeah, I can definitely see that.
で、その今まで作ってきたセルアニメーターも 3D アニメーターも一緒になってもっともっと面白いものを作れるか いうのが今の目標です。
And so, you know, what I want to be able to do is use these, work with the animators and the technology to continue to create new works, merging the old with the new.
Are you working on anything new right now?
今なんか新しいものに
そうですね。いくつか考えてますね。
Of course, I have several in the works, several plans, but
Oh, secret.
お金を集めてる。
of course, I'm also trying to gather the right resources to be able to make these works.
That's true. It seems you put a lot of thought into your work. That's good. Can't wait to hear about what else you do in the future.
これから楽しみです。
頑張ります。
I'm going to ask one more question. Who would win in a fight, a caveman or an astronaut?
まあ、とんでもない全然関係ない質問なんですけど、例えば戦いがあるとしまして、で勝った方は、原始人、caveman or astronaut、勝った方は宇宙飛行士さん。どっちが勝つと思いますか？
やっぱり原始人じゃないですかね。
Probably the caveman.
The caveman?
だからその質問の意図を僕はまだ理解してないんですけど、やっぱりいろんなことが進めば進むほど自分の体で動くとかね、自分の言葉で何かを伝えるとか、自分で何か動くっていうことの方がコンピューター使ったりテクノロジー使ったりすることよりもずっと強いと思うんですよね。
So, you know, I don't maybe understand the line of the question, but one thing I can tell you probably if I try to interpret a little bit, maybe part of my belief I think is doing things on your own, moving your own body, working on your own is much more powerful than relying on technology to do things for you.
Gotcha, yeah. I just had to throw that out there.
まあ特に深い意味は
Good question.
Oh, thanks. All right, well, thank you so much for doing this interview with us, and I hope you enjoy the con.
Yes, I will.
Okay. Good.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you. We're good.